All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are doing a quick account review, and that's my account. I wanted a quick just go over my account right now and just kind of highlight some characters that I really have been kind of my key characters for this account. And the two that I really want to start off with is Caesar and Astra Yao. I'm always under the where's my Astra Yao right here. So the first I'm going to start with is Caesar. Sorry, oh my God, Astra Yao in the sense that, so if we look at her build, she's got a lot of attack, decent amount of energy regen, because these are pretty much the two primary stats that she needs. In terms of her W engine, I have the Kaboom, the cannon, just because for this one it's just increasing attack left and right, because of her and has high levels of energy regen. So whenever a friendly unit in the squad attacks or hits an enemy, all friendly units gain an attack 4%. Both both Yanagi and Miyabi can use attack. It's not the perfect stat for them, but it does everything it needs to be doing. This is just a general really good what's the word I'm looking for? Really good overall W engine for her. The set that I'm running on her is the Astral Voice set, which I mean, 10% attack and then quick assists. So she's really just kind of overall, she's just literally, as someone kind of said it on the Reddit one time, she's just a glorified Bang Boo. And you know what? I am a-okay with that. I like this character a lot. She's probably, and then my one of my favorite things, underrated component of her entire kit, is that when she ults, she heals, and she's restoring 2,950 HP to all squad members. I absolutely adore this. I love having that little back pocket heal in on this kit. It really just kind of brings it all together. She's quite easily one of my favorite characters on this on my account. The other character that I pretty much just always use is going to be Caesar. Caesar is quite possibly one of my favorite characters. I liked her story. I thought she was just overall like a cool character. Um, there's not much really to say. She's pretty much shield and attack buff, and she gives your account convenience. Can't overrate that in any way, shape, or form. I do have her W engine because there is literally like no other W engines of when she came out for her. So I pretty much, yeah, like this even this was semi okay. I don't even know if this was out when yeah, I think it was. I don't remember. Moral is that there was nothing there for her. So it was like everything was like lower because whenever I try to go for Eidolons, oh my god. Whenever I try to go for Mindscapes for a character or any kind of vertical investment in a character, the only time I will ever really do that is if it's making what the character does better. Like, so for instance, her W engine. The reason I didn't go for the free to play like one like this is because the first line here, shield value provided, equipper increased by 30%. It makes what she's doing better. And so for me, that means it's very worth it. The set increases shield effects, so she's got from everything a 45% bonus to shields just by pretty much existing with her two pieces. That's an enormous increase to her shield. It makes her very comfortable. I will just tell you, if you're watching anything of the Tower series, you'll see that her shields, even as beefy as they are here, it's like one hit and they are gone. So that's why I have a feeling as time goes on, she is going to probably get power crept a little bit, not because of anything other than there will be characters that do what she does, but much better in terms of like the shields that she's offering. Because ZZZ does not have a lot of defensive options. This game is all about offense, 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 which I kind of hope as time goes on they kind of shift that around. Now you're probably expecting me to talk about Miyabi. My next favorite character is actually Yanagi over Miyabi. Miyabi and Jane are my two secondary favorite characters. Um, I originally did not like Yanagi because I just thought she was an overlap of Jane, and then I got a trial her, and I was like, oh my god, she's not an overlap, she's doing her own thing. I have her W engine. Do I think it's needed? Not really. Um, yeah, most of her stuff's already pretty much maxed out for me. Um, I'm running the pretty much the Chaos Jazz set as well as the Freedom Blues. The Chaos Jazz works well for her because She's switching in and out because of Astro Yao so rapidly that you don't really like it works perfectly. The set complements her incredibly well. And the other character, I mean, it's of course is Miyabi. I mean, everyone knows Miyabi is phenomenal. My Miyabi is sitting at 85% crit rate, but that bumps up to 12%. So she's got auto 97% crit rate. Her attack is net 2,536, and her crit damage 138. I do need to bump this up, which I thought I did. I guess I did not do that. I will go take care of that at another point. But overall, again, and then she's running the Branch and Blade song. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about this character. She's broken as hell, and she's in a DPS class of her own. If you don't have her, you should get her. Moral of the story. Now, when I first started out, I thought Ellen was pretty good. And then let me go over Jane. Jane is my other favorite character. She has a lot of anomaly proficiency and a lot of attack. Quite possibly one of when she came out, quite possibly one of my favorite characters in terms of gameplay. She's very defensive in her gameplay style, which I absolutely adore. While she's being offensive, that's coupled with the fact that she has an extra dodge. So I personally really like this character. She is quite, I think, honestly, my favorite character. You'll notice her skills are really low because her damage doesn't come from her skills. Her damage comes from her core. So again, she is pipe. This is legitimately one of my favorite characters in the game. Because of just how defensive she is and how much damage she's outputting at the same time. But she does so much damage because I always couple her with Bernice. And Bernice, my Bernice is sitting at an anomaly proficiency of 341, energy rate 181.87. This is because my build is I have this. I have Swing Jazz. I have the two-piece Swing Jazz set. So that way she can keep using, like, you'll see the way I play, I like to do the double flamethrower, just get that built up really fast. Yeah, her skill overall, I need to probably raise these two up a little bit more. I might do that as my side project right now. She is E1. The reason I went for E1 for her is, remember, like I said earlier, it impacts what she's doing. It makes it easier to do what she does. And that 100, 140 is huge. That means she can be off field for less time because when Bernice is on field, I do feel scared from time to time because you need to be sitting there like holding that flamethrower down. It can be a little nerve-wracking to say the least. So yeah, I mean, but as that is one of my teams. Now the next team I actually like play style wise. I like this team more than I like the Jane and Bernice, and that's going to be Soul Ambi plus Trigger. I love this game style, which is, I get to just sit on field with my attacker and have my stunner off field. I think that's personally my favorite style. But here's my Ambi. She's running, so again, with the Aftershock proc, she's going to be actually running 12%, so you just add 12% to that crit rate. She's at 94, we'll round that up to 95% crit rate. Crit damage 150, so she's hitting like a truck. I have everything but her skill pretty much maxed out, and then I do have her W engine. I will tell you, I was not planning on getting this. I was actually just gonna run. Where is it? Either this one. This one is pretty good. The Brimstone, because Brimstone hitting with a basic attack just raises attack, and a really good one for her. I actually I was thinking about doing this, but I actually would have just run the Brimstone on her. I keep pulling this stupid thing. So the other one I was considering was Drill Rig, but I don't really need it. If I don't have the Severed Innocence, I literally did a single pull and got it on a single pull, which is on 1% chance rate of happening. Very rare. Did not pull hard for it, and I got it. So I actually, before that, as I was building her, had this equipped to her, and then was like, all right. And then I was like, okay, I guess maybe not. The other one that is not bad is just going to be, whatchamacallit, the Cannon Rotor. This is the one you get from the Battle Pass. That was the other one I was thinking about going with. Yeah. Again, I wasn't planning on getting it. Got it very fast. Was like, I'll just do a single pull and just see what happens. Now, I didn't think I was going to like Trigger. I love Trigger. Trigger, I think, is a super cool playstyle-wise, amazing character. I do need to raise up her W engine to get that crit rate a little bit higher. Actually reminds me I need to go do that. But I originally had the restrained on her. I did pull for her W engine because that defense drop is enormous. I actually think it turns her into a universal support. So that's why I did it. Would I recommend doing it? No. Because this one works, the restrained works just fine. But I will just tell you straight up, it was a noticeable difference when like sometimes people just say that it was quite noticeable. Um, this one can also work, but if I'm going to run either one, I'm going to run this, the restrained, because again, basic attacks, her off field counts as basics. So this works just fine if you have the restrained. But I will, again, I'm going to reiterate this W engine is incredibly impactful for her. That defensive shred is no joke. And it is critical to kind of call out. I don't like that it's that noticeable of a difference. I think that's not good that you have that big of a difference. And I've shown, I actually have a video. I don't know why this thing is. I'm gonna make another video of it detailing the difference between Polka and Trigger, and I will just tell you it is noticeable. That my Polka is only um, M2, and that was because I only pulled two of her, and then I got the free one. So just take note. It is like 30 to 40% damage bone difference between these two. It's not saying that Polka is bad, but she is nowhere near as good as Ambi. They're doing the same, very similar things. It's just, sorry, anyway, she's doing the same thing as Trigger, but she is doing it much better. The one thing I do want to call out is moving forward, what am I going to be kind of working on the next week or so until the anniversary? Because I'm not pulling for Ugo. I'm going to go work on Nicole. Nicole's going to be the next character that I work on. I want to make sure that I get, so I have been kind of like already have her pretty high up in level. It's just that defensive shred is very important. So I'm gonna probably work on her next, and I'm gonna try to get her to 60. And that will be my next project. Just because given certain characters coming out, I think she would be helpful, to say the least. So I am gonna try to work on Nicole. She's kind of someone that, if you're good with her, which I need to figure a little bit better, I think she is probably one of the better characters. That's pretty much what I wanted to review in this account. This is a really short video. Again, I'm going to highlight this is that, yeah, in 2 days, day and a half, Ugo's coming out. I'm not pulling for Ugo. If you are, good luck to you. I don't think he's necessary at all. It's like an exists. So yeah, I mean that's the plan right now, guys. I'm gonna always say this. I save for anniversaries. Um, I think it is a good practice when an anniversary is coming out. Granted, are we? There's always that thing where people are like, well, we're getting summons, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't mean you're gonna get the character. So my goal when they come out. So right now I have 50 summons. My next character is guaranteed. I got very lucky when I just did a 10 pull on Vivian because I was like, yeah, let's see what happens. And I did one singular 10 pull and I actually pulled off rate. I got a standard, so that means that my next one is I lost the 50-50. So that means that it's not even losing the 50-50. I just got it early and I lost it. So that means the next character is guaranteed. And so I'm going to save that. Uh, there are a couple characters that I am considering. I know Jufu is coming out, and then there is the anniversary. So I'm saving for the Annie. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but I really, 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 really want to reiterate. Remember, I am a dolphin, and I play like a dolphin, and I'm not going to summon until the Annie comes, and I make sure that I getting the very strong characters that are coming out. That's what I want to keep reiterating to people: is make sure you're doing things in a way that allows you to be as successful as possible without having to open the wallet. And I don't condone ever spending in this game, in any game, because it's, it is it's gambling. So it is what it is. Yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, play responsibly, play within your means, but also, just because a character's cool, if it's cool but you don't need it, maybe save for the characters that you may need and get the cool characters later. They always come back now. We know they come back right now. Like if you don't have Jane, Again, I wouldn't recommend spending right now just because, again, we have an Annie coming up. I would say again, save for the Annie. We don't know. We might get a selection process, but we don't know. So who knows what's going to happen? All right, ladies and gents. With that, I bid y'all adieu, and remember, responsibly, play within your means. Failing is just your first step to